Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. If you're watching this live, or maybe you've just noticed I've gone live and you're catching up on the replay on the same day. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy whatever day, wherever it is you are as you watch this. I wanted to share today a very short, sharp, quick video called Visibility, and it's a Did You Know? And from a visibility perspective, you can see there, I'm Jenny Kovacs, a visibility queen, known as the visibility queen or as the queen of being seen, because raising your professional profile, putting yourself out there, I know isn't always easy for some people, and sometimes and often needs some sort of strategic way of doing it. So that's what I do for you, for companies, for business owners, one-man bands, and also some of the larger, more well-known institutions nationally and internationally too. So I've just been recording some content for a client that I'm working with, and I was thinking about this is kind of like something that really fuels what we do and why we do it. So a lot of people think there's some sort of magic fairy dust to being visible. They think that some people have it and some people don't. And quite often you'll get people that are perceived kind of like wildly successful in one area. And we can go into that whole, oh, but that's because this, that, and the other. So I'm just going to, for many of you, this will serve as a reminder, but I'm just going to talk very briefly today. And I need to talk briefly because my lunch is on the stove and I don't want it to burn. But I'm going to speak very briefly today on a did you know, which is going to seem kind of obvious, but not obvious. When it comes to achieving your kind of like visibility aims and goals, one of the reasons why it feels like a struggle, you get pulled off course, or you might even find yourself following someone else's kind of pattern, is often because we're not clear enough on what we want. Now, I have just sent this video to the client, and it's all about the power of knowing what you want. And quite often, if we're not sure, like, so for example, if I came on here and broadcasted or like streamed a video and tried to kind of make it up in my head and blag it, there'd be no point to this video. You'd be left feeling confused. What are you talking about? What do you want? So before you do anything, it's very famously been said, start with the end in mind. Think about what you want to get to. And let it be okay if you don't know where that end is, you know, if you're not sure where it is. And by the way, if you are watching and want to say hi, please do so I can acknowledge you live. I love interacting with you all live and answering your questions when you're live as well. So quite often we can fall into different categories of not knowing what we want. And here's how I've seen it play out, not just only for people that I've worked with, but for myself. So a recent example of something was feeling a bit kind of wishy-washy about it. I'm not sure, you know, I was kind of like, I don't really want this to happen and I don't want this and I'm not sure of that. And then I kind of got sick of the sound of my own voice. So I had to have a word with myself. And when I spoke to myself, I kind of said, so what do you want? And it actually happened with this particular scenario. I wanted clarity. That clarity was partly from me, but also from the other end, you know, the person and the people that I was meeting with. So that's what I wanted. Now you might think to yourself, but what's that got to do with visibility? And, you know, and how is this a did you know? Well, did you know that when I sat down with myself, and this literally took me a couple of minutes, and thought, well, what do I want? I want clarity on what it is that they need. That was my answer, because I realized that without clarity on what it was that they needed, I wasn't able to kind of do anything. I wasn't able to make any useful suggestions. I wasn't able to put anything out there. And this is the same for you if you are looking to be even more visible. So I'm not supposing that you're not visible now. And for some of you, you're not visible now and you're kind of getting on the first rung of the ladder. and that's okay. Some of you are already visible, and you've decided you want to have more visibility, and that might look like you've got a membership site that you want more people to know about. You've got a community, a networking group that you want more people to not only know about but attend. You've got some spaces for your next program. You want people to find out about your course or your workshop or your online thing that you're doing. Maybe you run a mastermind or you run a group and you want more people to know about that. Maybe you teach people stuff and you charge for that and you want people to know about that. All of those are great, but you need to remember that visibility is the glue between sales and marketing. If you think about a house that's built of brick, all of those bricks are your sales and marketing, but visibility is like the mortar, like the cement, like the glue that holds everything together. Without visibility, your sales and marketing efforts will feel like you're pushing water uphill and feel like that they don't work or they're not working. And especially when you're passionate about what you do and you want to make a difference and you've got a fire in your belly, it's extremely frustrating. And it feels extremely frustrating to be in that place where you feel like it's not working, nothing's happening, nothing's being done. So did you know that without the power of knowing what you want for yourself and what you want when it comes to being visible, or your business and work being visible, that you will feel like you're flailing around like this forever and a day? So that's my message for today. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what that brings like forward for you. Does that give you clarity in really going for what you want? Do you feel somehow restricted or constrained? Do remember that if that is you and you thought, oh, I'd like to do something with Jenny to find out, or Jenny's company to find out, then by all means go over and have a look at my website, which is jennykovacs.com. You'll get to see the kinds of companies and things that I've done, and they're very diverse over a broad spectrum of industries, and you don't have to just be a big company to work with me. But if you would like to book a call with me to find out how I might be able to help you move forward and be even more visible this year, or you've got some sort of block to being visible, then either go over to jennykovacs.com or check out thequeenofbeingseen.com and schedule a call. Let's find out what we might be able to do to help you be seen, be heard, be visible, and be even more memorable, because at least to me, your voice matters. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on the next live. Bye for now.